So this is Nathan.
Hi.
And he's right here on Taggart, and as you can see, there is Sulphur Run Creek.
Sure is.
Just a few.
Well, yeah, the back door to there is 21 feet.
21 feet. Oh my gosh. So Nathan, why don't you tell a little bit about how this has impacted you, or your story a little bit here in the business?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's art. I've told it a lot, but basically, it bankrupted it. And it, not specifically. It's not like the train hit the building and all my money fell out of it, but it's, the customers went away and they were here. They took over my whole parking lot for months, and then that, and all my stuff is here. All my tools and everything. So, and my work's here. I can't go anywhere else. And my house is over there on the other side of my old house.
Which you just sold.
Yeah. Last week we signed, finally. And so it's been, just, pretty chaotic. But honestly, this was the last thing on my mind the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be back. I don't know how long I'll be here for.
Right.
I have a lot of stuff. You saw it in there, and that's clean.
Yeah.
But it's really changed how I think about, not the general public, just how easily the entire mindsets can be changed and manipulated.
I don't come this close to the creek. I stay as far away as possible.
Well, you want to see how close the train is?
No.
You're about to.
I swear I smell like a sweet smell.
You can. Now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you kick up the dirt, you smell it.
Wow. So here comes Norfolk. So can you also talk a little bit about how it has impacted you health-wise? I know you've talked about that online.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say because a lot of people live here. A lot of people live closer than I do or did, and closer than my shop is. And again, when it happened, I wasn't here.
Right.
Me and my whole family left that night. In the hold on, gotta wait for the motor to go by so we can, because it's loud. There it is. They always blow the horn right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, real quick, not a funny story, but just like an odd one. On the 3rd, when it happened, I was here. And when I went home that evening, I crossed that James Street to go to my street, East North. And behind me, I could see the things coming down and the red lights. It was that train. Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah, how loud is that? Because another one couldn't have made it through after.
Right.
So that had to be that one. Because I left here after 7.
That's right. That would have been that train.
Right.
Wow.
Isn't that wild? But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying?
Up your health.
Oh, the health. Yeah. So my time here is limited, and my building here is basically a shed that I work out of. And so I don't have city water. I don't have a well. I have nothing like that here.
Okay.
So the only time I've experienced anything was when I first actually came back to be able to work here during the late summer. And I was here for about a week solid. And then the following week, I would work Monday all day. And then Tuesday, when I came in, right around noon, between noon and 2 o'clock, my nose would just start bleeding.
Oh my God.
And then it happened the next day, same time. It was every following day that I was here. And it happened for a few weeks. And then it stopped. And then the other experience I had was the parking lot. Because right after I got back, I have a wood burner in there. And the firewood I had here in February, it reeked of chemicals. So I didn't burn it. I got rid of it. And then that was pretty much all I did out there. Everything was sitting there for some of the crap where my truck is usually where my trailers are, was there since 2020 when I got the place. And me and my buddy John were scrapping all my junk. Because, I kind of thought I would have to move my shop, so I slowly been cleaning it up and getting rid of all this crap. So that dirt that all these things were on hasn't been moved in years, at least 3. But when it happened, my hands, they burned. It felt like I had these, it looked like dirt, but it was like my skin. It was a chemical burn, because I've been burned a million times, through all this crap. And I use chemicals all the time. This generally the same ones, but this was like a different type of thing. Well, I thought nothing of it because my hands are always dirty. And I showed my wife. She said, that's a chemical burn. My wife's a nurse, so she treats all kind of crap. So I text my buddy John. Now John comes down every other week for one day. He's a retired guy who just, works here sometimes. And I said, hey, John, did you notice anything about like your hands or your nose or your nose, anything like that? He's like, it's funny you ask, because around my wedding ring is like on fire. And he sent me a picture and his hands look just like mine. And I'm like, John, I think we got like burned from the gravel and dirt right where my truck's at.
Wow.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have said it. I posted it on Facebook. I wouldn't have said anything, but there's, my buddy John, he's 68 years old, a retired guy. And, I'm young and healthy and all that, and he ain't that healthy. So like, it's like, okay, maybe I should say something. And, it's hard to say, but at the same time, it's not that hard to say. I put my hands in all kind of shit all the time, and I've never had that happen.
Right.
But that's pretty much the extent, except for when it first happened. Everyone got headaches and shit. But again, my whole family. I'm the only one who came here.
Oh, story. Well, hopefully, who knows what's going to happen?
No one does.
No one does.
Yeah.
And can only hope for the best.
Yeah, you gotta, if you can get out and you feel like you should, then just do that.
Yep.
By any means necessary. That's what we did.
And so, any last words, I guess?
To who specifically?
Anyone watching?
I don't know, man. I guess use your best judgment and question everything. And if you have to leave, then try to leave. And if not, then stay. I don't know. That's a hard one, last word,
Yeah.
because it's taken so many different turns.
People out there that don't live here, like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. the amount of opinions you get from all these experts and people that have no idea that East Palestine is even in Ohio.
That's true.
Yeah,
especially
I think we're in
right
the middle.
now.
Yeah, we're in the Middle East. But no, I don't know. You know what would be great is if it wasn't political. If people stopped pushing politics into everything. Because at the end of the day, all that happened was a train broke.
Yep.
A part failed and it crashed. Happens all the time. Cars, trucks, trains, planes. This one just happened to break right there and blow up.
And when you say right there, you mean how many yards?
It's 0.03 miles.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
From the site of the burn, but it was on fire up to about on the other side of the building to that building. You can see the fire from here.
Maybe 200 yards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
Yeah.
Some of the cars that were still attached down here, the hydraulic lines were melted. All the way this far. I mean, that's not very far, but it's pretty far.
It is, yeah, and it's terrifying when you live in those homes.
Oh yeah, and my mother-in-law's house is. I can see it. I mean, because I know which one I'm looking at, but I can see the yellow of her house right there.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, I had to, because I left my house, on East North over there.
Yeah.
And picked her up that night.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.